Good morning, everybody. So today we'll be discussing about the theories of evolution, and in this section we will discuss about the two theories, that is Lamarckism and Darwinism. So starting with Lamarckism. So this Lamarckism, it is also known as the theory of inheritance of acquired characters, and it was proposed by Lamarck. So this theory was given by Lamarck in 1809 in his book, that is Philosophy Zoologique. So this theory was given by Lamarck in 1809 in his book, that is Philosophy Zoologique. And this theory states that whatever characters or traits an organism acquires during his lifespan, they gets inherited or transferred to the next generation. So whatever characters or the traits acquired by an organism, they gets inherited to next generation. This was stated in the theory of Lamarckism. So now we will discuss about the postulates of Lamarckism. So the first postulate of Lamarckism is use and disuse. Or even it is not use and disuse, it is new needs. First we will discuss about the new needs. So what this new needs means? So this new needs simply means that due to some changes in environmental conditions, there arises new requirements or new needs for the organism. The second postulate is use and disuse of organs. Use and disuse of organs. Use and disuse of organ means when the new needs arises, the organism starts using some of the body organs more, and due to which these body organs develops more, and the organs which are used less or which are disused, they gets degenerated slowly. So due to new needs or due to changes in environment, it results in the new needs or new requirements, and these new requirements or new needs results in use or disuse of organs. The use of organs results in development of that organ, and disuse of organ results in degeneration of that organ. Now our third postulate is inheritance of acquired characters. Inheritance of acquired characters. So the characters, the changes or the variations which are acquired by an organism, they passes to next generation. That means the characters or the variations which are acquired by an organism, they accumulates in an organism, and these organism then passes these characters or traits to their offsprings or to their next generation. Now the fourth postulate of Lamarckism is speciation. Speciation. So when these characters or traits, they passes to next generation and they gets accumulated in the next generation, they results in the formation of a completely new species, and that process is known as speciation. Now in support of Lamarckism, there are two examples. The one example is of giraffe. So once when the vegetation was completely lost from the earth's surface, these giraffe, they have to stretch their limbs and their neck in order to obtain their food from large trees, due to which there is an increase in the size of their limbs and neck, and then these giraffe passed this character to their next generation. The second example is of pythons. These pythons were the type of snake and they contains the pelvic girdle, but slowly they disused these pelvic girdle, and this pelvic girdle in pythons gets completely degenerated, but still the rudiments of this pelvic girdle are present in the pythons. Now, this theory of Lamarckism, it is criticized by August Weismann. It is criticized by August Weismann, who gave the theory of continuity of germplasm. So August Weismann gave a theory of continuity of germplasm, and he criticized the Lamarckism. What he did, he experimented with a mice, and he cut the tail of a mice for near about 20 generations continuously, and every time after reproduction he got a mice through sexual reproduction which which contains the tail. So he told that if the characters have to pass from one generation to next generation, that is acquired characters have to pass from one generation to next generation, then the new mice would have produced without tail. So he criticized the theory of Lamarckism. So now we will discuss about the second theory of evolution, that is Darwinism, which is also known as the theory of natural selection or the Darwinian. So this theory was given by or proposed by Charles Darwin in 1859 in his book, that is The Origin of Species. Now come to the postulates of Darwinism. So the first postulate of Darwinism is, that is geometrical increase. Geometrical increase means geometrical increase. So this geometrical increase means that population increases in geometrical fashion. Geometrical fashion means that is 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 and so on. So the population increases in geometrical fashion because every organism have high reproductive potential. So every organism have high reproductive potential, and due to high reproductive potential the population increases in geometrical fashion. The second postulate is limitations of food and other natural resources. So this food and natural resources, they increases in arithmetic manner. Arithmetic manner means that is 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus and so on. So as you know that population is increasing in geometrical fashion, that is in the 2 into 2 and 2 into manner due to high reproductive potential, and the food and other natural resources, they increases in arithmetic manner, that is 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus. So there is a lack of natural resources. So due to the lack of natural resources, there arises a competition between the individuals of same species or between the different species, which is known as the struggle for existence. Now due to this competition, the individuals of a species, they undergoes variations. Now there are certain organisms which undergoes the favorable variations and some undergoes the unfavorable variations. So our next postulate is, that is the survival of fittest or natural selection. Survival of fittest or natural selection. Survival of fittest or natural selection simply means कि nature selects only those organisms which have undergone the favorable variations. So nature selects only the most fittest organism. Most fittest organism means the organism which have undergone the favorable variations. So now our next postulate is inheritance of favorable variations, or that is inheritance of favorable or useful variations. Inheritance of favorable or useful variations means those variations, that is useful variations or favorable variations, they are passed by an organism to their next generation, and these variations gets accumulated in the offsprings and results in speciation, that is the formation of completely new organism.